we're dealing with two sort of community or social forces at work here. One is a medical industry, which in many areas this has proven to be the case. If they can't solve a problem, they dismiss the patient as unstable or it's a psychosomatic problem. There's a catch-all because they never say, well, we can't figure it out. So you have that one problem of the medical community banding together almost to ostracize people who suffer from this complaint. But on the other hand, it seems your own resolution to this, had a sense of ambiguity to it. That on the one hand, then you have people seeking answers, and it may be that the answers start to become solutions in search of a problem where this Morgellons, whatever it is a name that a variety of people can put to a variety of complaints. So they develop their own consensus, which may also in many cases or all cases be inaccurate. So you have these two bubbles. I picture exactly these two bubbles floating next to each other. Is that a fair?
Sobering experience when this first article was published, because I think a lot of journalists who reported them before me, they just interviewed the doctors, and the doctors said these people were crazy. And so that's what they printed. These people are crazy. Whereas I printed this thing saying, these people aren't necessarily crazy. They might have, they might actually have something wrong with them. It's just not Morgellons. And I thought the Morgellons people would be grateful. Finally, a journalist is printing that we're not crazy. But they were furious. They were so angry. They were so absolutely betrayed by me. And the reason is because they're so fixated now that this is some kind of crazy conspiracy. Some of them believe it's some sort of scientific government experiment gone wildly out of wrong, gone really badly wrong, like nanotechnology, tiny microscopic robots. Others believe it's like an alien disease. They've got these really wacky explanations, and they're so they've now gone so far down this path that this is something, crazy and alien, that if you say, well, it could just be a tropical rat mite, they're just like, no, man, no, they won't have it. To the extent where, I was getting emails, threatening emails through, and it was quite extraordinary.
Well, it's fascinating because I think that people look for narratives to explain the unclosed loops or unanswered questions in their lives, and they become very attached to those narratives and very angry when they're challenged, even by a potential solution to the problem, don't they?
Well, this is it, and this is what my whole book, The Unpersuadables, is about. The Morgellons thing is just a chapter of the book, and the book is absolutely about that. It's about the stories that we tell about the world that we become, really emotionally attached to, and when somebody comes up with, evidence that story we tell about the world isn't completely true, we react really emotionally and, really sometimes aggressively against that. And it's these stories that we tell about the world that really contribute to a lot of irrationality, that contribute to a lot of kind of self-delusion, not just in the people with Morgellons, but with all of us.